Food, energy and water, or abbreviated as FEW, are the most basic human needs, which should all people on Earth have equal access in these three things. But the irony is that the higher the science and technology that is controlled by humans in this super-modern era, the more people who do not get what should be their right. Those who can get it are not guaranteed its sustainability. Everything originates from the primary producer, namely plants. To grow, these plants mainly need two things: carbon dioxide and water. Then with the help of sunlight a process called photosynthesis occurs. This photosynthesis produces two basic human needs: glucose as a building block for human and animal food, as well as oxygen, which is needed for respiration. Parts of plants, humans and animals that die, through a long process for tens of millions of years, form a fossil. In the human body, through a process called aerobic respiration, glucose from food and oxygen is converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate or ATP. Something similar happens when fossil fuels are burned. The result is carbon dioxide, water and energy, which is generally in the form of heat. However, due to the very long process of fossil formation, we cannot expect the sustainability of this fossil fuel. Energy can be produced directly from burning biomass, which does not compete with human and animal food. When humans on Earth grow rapidly and their activities are high, their needs for food, energy and water also increase sharply. Meanwhile, the agricultural land is decreasing and so is the water for farming. Humans have to start looking for new foodstuffs that grow very fast, and they can grow with sea water, which amounts to 97.5% of the water on Earth. Microalgae is our choice because it fulfills these two conditions. It is growing very fast by self-duplication or mitosis, and a large number of varieties can grow in seawater media very well. The highest quality of the microalgae yield can be directed to human food, the next quality, oil, can be used for liquid fuel to replace fossils, and the rest of biomass can be burned directly to drive micro-turbines and generate electricity. The burning of glucose in human and animal bodies and also the burning of liquid fuel from microalgae still produces CO2. However, because the CO2 is equivalent to the CO2 absorbed by the microalgae that grew not long before, both electricity and liquid fuel from microalgae are classified as carbon neutral. If one more technology is added to capture CO2, LKE using cryocoolers for example, the captured CO2 can be reprocessed into liquid fuels such as gasoline and diesel through two stages of the processes: co-electrolysis with water to produce synthetic gas or syngas, then continued with the Fischer-Tropsch synthesis process to produce gasoline, diesel and other liquid hydrocarbon fuels. If it is not used to produce fuel, the captured CO2 can be used to regenerate the next microalgae. Thus, this process is repeated continuously in order to meet the basic human needs in food, energy, water and clean air, which are no longer polluted by excessive CO2. All of the science and technology we describe is for the Carbon for Life Socio-Enviro project, an education for the public through Alaya School of Life. Organizations and corporations that have the same vision in the field of sustainability can join and synergize with us in this movement.